What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Millzy, back with Hometown Commander, back for another episode of the Millzy Brews deck techs. If you have not known, or if this is your first time clicking on a Millzy Brews episode, welcome. But from now on going forward, I will be releasing a deck tech and the build video for every deck that I build. The video that you're currently watching is the deck tech. If you want to see me build the deck, there'll be a link down in the description to watch me build this deck live. But this is our deck tech, where I'm going to give you a pretty brief description of what the deck's doing, point out some cards to look for, and as I say in every episode of Millzy Brews, my hope is that you'll take this deck, test it, make it your own, and have fun with this strategy. This is not a way for me to tell you what the best deck is, but this is my attempt at this list, and my hope is that just like I would, you would take a list or something similar, test it, and have fun on your own. Link to the deck is going to be down in the description. Please go take it, make it yours. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think should be in the deck and what I've missed. Other than that, let's jump in. Elas il-Kor, black, white, clerics. I said in my brew video today, this is a deck that I built around the time of Zendikar Rising with Aura, Skyclave, Hierophant, and I really enjoyed that deck, but I felt like it was missing just a few things. I think since that I built the deck, I've learned a lot about the game, and I think I found the things that I was missing. The first is our commander, Elas il-Kor, who is a soul sister in the command zone. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under control, we gain a life. Whenever another creature we control dies, each opponent loses a life. It's not just a soul sister. It's a bash and remembrance of sorts. It's a meat hook of sorts. And I think that's really good. It's going to help us a lot along the way. What I kind of figured out in our Brews episode was that I wanted to do this two ways. One, life gain. Most of the clerics are very good at life gain or paying off life gain. And the second was mini aristocrats theme, just a little bit. We got to find a way to pay off life gain. And I think that aristocrats is a fun way to do it. There's plenty of ways that we can make tokens for gaining life. And plenty of other access to tokens that we have in black and white. And I think that we can use our aristocrat sub-theme with cards like Bash and Remembrance, Meat Hook, even our commander, to have our opponents lose life. Now, the big kind of flashy, right, life gain combo is any sort of life gain, any sort of card like Sanguine Bond or Veto that say whenever we gain life, target opponent loses that much life. And Exquisite Blow, which says whenever an opponent loses life, we gain that much life. This is a combo that will allow us to gain enough life to kill all of our opponents and end the game. This is a nice flashy combo, but it does take a lot of mana to put into to use it. But that doesn't mean that we're not going to use it, especially now when we have so many things that gain us life. Even one of these pieces, that whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. With the amount of life gain pieces we have, we can deal a lot of damage to our opponents, and we're still going to get good value out of it either way. So I still think that even Sanguine Bond or Exquisite Blood on their own are very good in this deck, but when you pair them together, of course, they get a lot better. So to quickly explain for anyone watching this deck list who doesn't know what I mean by Soul Sister, has never played any life gain decks, this is Soul Warden, one of the most popular Soul Sisters. It says whenever another creature enters the battlefield, you gain a life. And we're playing a lot of these creatures that either see any creature coming in or one of our creatures coming in to gain us life and just gain a passive amount of life over the game and use those things. We're playing a couple cards that are going to net us benefit. Book of the Exalted Deeds will make us angel tokens on our turn when we gain life. Angelical Chord will make us angels at the end of anyone's turn if we've gained enough life. And we're going to just basically stack these pieces together to hopefully gain enough life and make some tokens. And we're also playing a few pieces to try to stop our opponents but gain life at the same time. Authority of the Consuls, creatures our opponents control come in tapped, but we gain a life for each of them. Blind Obedience is going to have our opponent's creatures come in tapped. We're also playing things like Smothering Tithe just to try to get us that little bit of benefit, push us forward. Remember, we're in black-white, which means we're still rely on mana at the end of the day to get things done, and we don't necessarily have the ramp that we have in a color combination like green-white life gain, for example, so we still need some of that. Now we're playing one of my favorite token producers in Luminarch Ascension for 2 mana. Once we satisfy its ability, we can make angels for 2 mana, spend a lot of our turn making angels and getting stuff done. But I think the cool part about the clerics theme is we get to play a lot of really cool clerics that will do us good work. Angel of Destiny can have a player lose the game if we deal damage to it when we have enough life. We have Righteous Valkyrie, which gains us life when other clerics come in and then buffs our creatures when we hit it there. Aura, the namesake of the deck last time, says whenever it or another cleric dies, we return a cleric with lesser CMC from our graveyard to the battlefield. And like I said, we have a bunch of these Soul Sister creatures, but we have things like Drana that's going to reanimate creatures and clerics and bring them back. Ailey lets us sacrifice creatures and gain life equal to their toughness. Twilight Prophet, when we have the City's Blessing, is going to allow us to decrease our opponent's life and gain life. Cards like Voice of the Blessed are just going to get bigger as we gain life and hopefully become tough to deal with. We have protection like Selfless Spirit. The goal here for our clerics is that all of them either gain us life, pay off our aristocrat sub-theme, or give us value when they're on the battlefield. Same thing with all of our enchantments. There's things that buff our life gain, like Cleric class. There's things like Etchings of the Chosen that just puff all of our creatures. Reconnaissance is going to give our entire board vigilance so that we can attack. And of course, we're playing our healthy dose of tutors in order to get the cards that we need to kind of play the best board we can. We're in black and white, so we have access to some of the best removal in the game. Deadly Rollick, Anguish of Making, Path and Swords, Rite of Oblivion we have access to at sorcery speed that we can flash back, which is really cool. And Dire Tactics, more often than not, is not going to lose us the life because we're going to have plenty of humans. If you're looking for a life gain deck, but you still want it to be more creature-based, you still want to have some more fun with it, I think this deck could be a ton of fun. It cares about reanimating. It cares about aristocrats. It cares about life gain. There's going to be a myriad of decks that are going to do all three of those things better than this. What I like about this strategy is we're kind of combining them together for a ton of fun. Like I said before, the deck list is going to be down in the description. If this is something that you're interested in trying out, please go down there, check it out. Take this list, make it your own. If there's any cards that I didn't add that you think I should have, please let me know down in the comments. I'd love to have a discussion about if I think the card would fit in my list or why I think I wouldn't have included the card or something like that. Those are the kind of constructive conversations that I enjoy and that I think make the game better. We're all brewers at the end of the day that brew our own way, and that means that sometimes we're not going to remember the same cards as other people or value the same cards as other people. My hope is that maybe you see some cards on this list you've never seen before or never thought about, and maybe that pushes you to try them for yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.